Lovecraft GG. I am going to be the Dungeon Master, and this is where I'm really going to show my inexperience as a DM.
And I'll be doing the same, but as a player.
Well, I'm Coco, and this will be my basically first true Dungeons and Dragons session. So I'm really excited.
And I'm Malithrex. I think this will be my first time playing as a player in about a year.
Crafty, I love how rationally you talk to your dog. Because I heard you say you're gonna be quiet, okay?
Hey, dogs are living things too. You gotta talk to them humanely.
yeah, of course. I just love the inclusion of the okay.
Hey, anytime I talk to my dog, I'm like, bro, really? Like, you're crawling on my bed now? Bruh.
All three of you have become new members of the Guild of Many Things, an organisation created over 150 years ago. Each new recruit will go through a set of vigorous training, be it physical, mental, or magical. After which, you find yourself standing out in the courtyard alongside each other. The bells of the church can be heard ringing as the front doors open up and out comes a tiny old gnome. He has in his hand 3 scrolls, in his other hand a small book, and he slightly stumbles as he walks down the steps.
75 years and they still haven't fixed that loose piece. I should be having a word with maintenance. Our newest recruits. Welcome. I am Archibald Middlefinger. If you're wondering why,
he holds up his hand that's holding the book, and you can see it's a thumb and his middle finger. And the rest seem to have been scorched off at some point or another.
Ew.
I am the longest serving member of the Fresh Meat Recruits, as some of the members like to call it. Congratulations on passing. Here are your membership papers.
And he hands each of you a scroll, and on that it's a small letter of welcoming from the founder of the guild.
All our assignments are currently taken from our other members. And so, the founder, who was overly impressed with each of you in your tasks that you were assigned in training, has decided to give you a small reward. Before you are given the next assignment that is available, he is going to send you to the mountain town of Valoya.
Can each of you roll me a history check? And Malithrex and Ashen coming in with the nat 20s. Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez.
If you see green,
wow.
that's a brilliant roll.
Oh,
Okay, so Coco's character has some vague recollection of the name and knows that it's...
I want to ask him. I want to say, are you sending us on vacation?
I think you know the place. And he sees that there's a look of knowing on Malithrex's and Ashen's characters. And I see that you two definitely know this, yes. Valoya,
esteemed location for skiing, fondue, and magical knowledge. It's an excellent little resort. I have no idea why he's sending you there. Yes, you're all being sent there. You're gonna have a nice vacation. Do you have any questions?
Seems there might be a bit more to this vacation than you're letting on.
He looks at you a bit confused, and then he sticks his middle finger in his ear and sort of wriggles it about a little bit.
What? It's Valoya.
Are you giving us any money, or are we just sort of doing our own thing when we get there?
But we're already paying for your travel and accommodation there. You take your own money.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I guess drinks are on us.
Drow elves.
Hey.
Right, come this way.
And he hobbles into the side of the building, waves a hand, and the door opens up, and you can see there's a teleportation circle.
Even though you are going on vacation, it is custom that any time one of our members leaves this establishment to go anywhere, they are given a health potion. Here.
And he hands each of you one potion of healing.
Well, thank you very much.
We shall pick you
Further
up.
proof that the gods are pleased with us.
Religious type, eh?
What kind of gods?
Whichever are blessing our journey as we travel to Valoya.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, which ones are you two part of? Because there's last I checked, there's a lot.
I don't really know.
Whichever god is present in the locations where we're traveling.
Your loyalties shift easily.
No, it's not that. I just don't exactly. Okay, I'm not familiar with the Surface Pantheon. So I'm call myself a new acolyte, I guess, and I'm kind of embarrassed about it.
Fair enough.
While you're all having this conversation, Archibald is standing there with his arms crossed with a bit of a scowl on his face. And you can see him sort of like tapping his foot.
Are you all done? Good. Right, step into the circle. The circle will appear outside the town and will reappear in 3 days. Do not miss it.
What happens if we miss it?
Well, then you don't get the teleportation circle back, do you? Oh my god, I thought you all passed the tests.
So you're just gonna leave us in this place if we don't make it in time?
Ah, you're learning fast.
Okay. I'll just find my way back if I don't make it.
That's
okay.
the spirit, and it's only 10,000 miles away, so shouldn't take you too long.
And now, is there any way to contact you in case we somehow wind up in trouble?
He begins to walk out the door.
You can always yell. Good luck with that.
And the door shuts behind him.
Not the first adventure I was hoping for. I was hoping for a little bit of action, but, after all that training, a vacation could be nice to rest my bones.
If you'd like to take this moment for the viewers at home to describe what your character looks like.
Sure. I guess I'll go first. My character's name is Marin Black, and he is a human with medium-length flowing white hair. He oftentimes wears a black leather overcoat with some black leather shirt, pants, boots underneath. Basically looks like a cross between Asterion and Geralt, but with the attitude of a street kid. Though he has the attitude of a street kid, he definitely does not have the upbringing of one.
So my character is Cauliflower, or Cauley for short. Maybe we'll get into her name later in the story. She is a drow. She has lavender skin and kind of medium length white hair. And she typically wears like a plain white or cream linen dress, and then when she's working with the guild, she has medium armor on. So, and she carries an umbrella, and has some sunglasses on since she has sunlight sensitivity, and that's a little bit of a problem, but we work with it.
Yes, so my character is Raknak Gorhowl, though I quickly grew a distaste for that particular name, so I go by Valen. I am a half-orc. Much on the smaller side, I chose to pursue the life of a paladin. Mostly I like spending time in churches reading religious texts. He is typically wearing glasses, though they're frequently breaking, as he is engaged in combat quite a bit. And he wears regular armor with a heavy war axe strapped across his back.
You stand before the teleportation circle, and as you can see, it is brightly lit and has a slight pulse to it. White and blue light that radiates from the circle, and it begins to pulse slowly.
This is the first time I've ever been inside one of these teleportation circles. I hope it doesn't hurt.
But do we all need to go in it at once, or should one of us go first?
It's entirely down to you.
I step in.
You step in.
Yep.
You step in, the pulsating quickens, and it gets faster and faster. Next thing you know, you are engulfed in light, and whoosh, you disappear. And
Whee!
the teleportation circle begins to pulse slowly again.
So are me
after
and
you.
Cauliflower still back in the room?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I guess we don't know if it hurts or not, but if the gods will it, we'll make it to the other side, and I'll step
Right,
onto the
yes.
circle.
Are you stepping in as well, or are you waiting? Are you going to wait for him to go first?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for him to go first.
Okay, pulsates very quickly. He is covered in white light, and whoosh, he disappears.
Finally, I'll go in last, and because it seems safe. Nothing's gone amiss.
Okay, you take 2d20 lightning damage. I'm joking. The teleportation circle begins to pulsate quickly. You are covered in white light and then disappear. In an instant, the three of you find yourselves standing in the base of surrounding mountains. The sun is just setting. You can see there are many village houses around you, what looks like a ski resort a little bit up the ways. There's a few other quite nice looking sort of houses, very picturesque, imagine. Quite a few of these are still covered in blankets of snow. And there's a bit of a hustle and bustle. There's plenty of people walking around. There's horse and carts, and there seems to be some families together on like vacation. There's the nice sound of music in the background, and the waft of warm bread and sweet treats are in the air. And it feels like quite a nice, comfortable place.
This reminds me of the streets of Baldur's Gate. Feels a little bit more like home than all that training.
I want to pick up the snow and go, oh my god, what is this?
It appears we've been very blessed by the gods, my companions.
About time they bless us.
I want to eat some of the snow.
Go right ahead.
Oh, it's just water. Okay. I've never seen this before.
I pick up some of the snow and I bunch it into a ball, and then I throw it up and down, just throwing up my little snowball.
Okay, I'll pick some up too, and I want to throw it at him.
I dodge.
I tell you what, hold on. Coco, roll me a d20. A 19. Let's see. Marin, your armor class is 14. It's a direct hit. You take no damage. But you do get a face
I didn't want to throw it very hard. I just sort of tossed it.
After getting hit by her snowball, I playfully chuck it at her.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dodge.
Well, give us a roll of a d20, please. That's a direct hit, and Kai gets a snowball in the face as well. But she sort of just picks at it and just starts eating because it's still quite interesting. And all this while, Valen is standing there just watching it all unfold.
A slight smile on my face.
Valen, could I please get a perception check?
Sure.
You do not notice anything. Let's have a perception check from the rest of you. Okay, Coco. So, as you're eating a bit of the snow, you glance up and you notice a particular building catches your eye. It seems slightly larger than a typical house here. Has quite a large chimney on the end, and right at the front, there's like a small statue that comes out of the top of the building, kind of a lady in a long dress with an elegant smile upon her face, and you see the sign just beneath her that says "The Melted Muse." And all three of you would know that this is the famous pub of the town, famous for its hot fondue of the most delicious cheese this side of the realm.
Okay, so I'll point it out and I'll say, "Hey, isn't that famous place that we heard about? Why don't we go check it out? See what it's all about?"
Yeah, time to fill up my stomach before we do any more of the things our guild trained us to do.
I thought this was a vacation.
If you've lived long enough on the surface world, you'll realize nothing is a vacation.
Oh, great! It's just like the Underdark.
And so, you stand at the entrance to the Melted Muse, Valoya's famed fondue pub, known far and wide for its massive cauldron of piping hot cheese larger than an ancient dragon. The sound of merriment floating through the emerald green doors, which have been thrown open in the spirit of hospitality, filling the street with the alluring smell of freshly melted cheese. Towering over this tavern is its town's most pristine building, a record hall known as a Scholarium, its glass-domed roof glimmering in the sunlight. Well, in the evening light, rather, as the sun is just setting. Even here on the highest hill in town, the fog weakly clings around your ankles before cascading down the cobblestone streets and flooding the stonework houses below as it billows into the valley. You can barely make out the tops of the tallest conifers, defiantly towering above the ethereal sea of fog, standing boldly against the line of mountains behind. Jagged peaks just into the sky like fingers reaching for the clouds, giving you the impression that this town is nothing more than a small object held in the palms of two mountainous hands. Your survey of the fog-painted valley and the picturesque alpine town is interrupted as the wind chime cart across the way erupts in a deafening din as wood, metal and glass ring out an alarm. You spin around, half expecting to see a clumsy tourist who was toppled into the chime display, but instead see nothing more than a confused shopkeep, a freckled gnome with olive skin, gazing at her wares with a perplexed expression on her face. As you begin to put two and two together, you feel it. The ground begins to shudder beneath your feet, and with a stomach-turning groan, you start to see the beginnings of a crack form between the cobblestones, neatly aligned ahead of you. A somewhat violent earthquake is now impacting the town. I would like a perception check from everybody. Oh, coming in with a nat 20. Very nice.
Alright, what do I see?
You can see that there is a number of fire guards trying to direct people away from the buildings, which are rapidly shedding their slate shingles. You can see that the sign above you guys that says the Melted Muse is rattling and is about to collapse upon you. I want a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Yes, I don't think this is going to be great. Oh, okay.
Can I push cauliflower out of the way?
I tell you what, as you did roll a dirty 20, yes. So cauliflower fails to look up and notice. Valen manages to leap out the way, and Marin grabs Collie and pulls her back just as the sign falls and shatters in front of you.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by all the snow.
It's alright. It's gonna keep a close eye out next time. A
fissure opening in the ground only a few feet from you. you see a merchant cart laden with wind chimes. It's perched precariously on the lip, threatening to tip over at any moment.
I want to try to jump over there and help steady it.
Okay, I want an athletics check. Oh my goodness, the nat 20s that are coming in today. This is fantastic. We've barely started. Yes, with absolute ease, considering your size, even if being a half-orc is considered small, it's still toweringly larger than any normal human. And you are able, with ease, to grab this cart and pull it back, preventing it from tipping over the edge. I'd like another perception check from yourself. Okay. You're too focused on the cart.
Yep.
The other two. Yes, go ahead.
I was about to ask if I could help Valen in any way.
Oh no, he's got this. He's got this. He's got the cart. He's got it above his head with one hand. It's like this is absolutely nothing. It's like a paperweight.
Can I ask a slight out of game question, but kind of in game question?
Go ahead.
How tall are the other characters?
Oh, good question. Guys?
Baron's like 5'7", so like very average, very normal height for a human man.
I believe I put Valen at 6'2".
Oh goodness, okay. Cauliflower's 5 feet tall. She's a drow.
Valen, you can put her in your pocket.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say sorry. I would have offered to help, but I think that I would get in the way at my size.
As you stand there, you hear a dwarven man shrieking, "Save my carved clay statues, please!" And he's calling over to you. "I'll give you 1 gold piece for each!"
I'll do it.
He points to a building that's with a crumbling foundation. I would need an investigation check from each person who's attempting to run in and help.
I'm gonna try to run in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll set down the cart. Oh, well.
That's fine. That's all good. That's good. You go running in. Right. Collie and Valen. Collie, you managed to pull out 5 clay statues. Valen, you pull out 6. And Marin, you were the first one in there, and with your cat-like reflexes and speed, you zoomed around the room and picked up 15 of them.
How many pockets does he have?
He's just got like
too many.
He put as many in as he could in his pockets, and then he's just like holding a great big bundle of them. He has a small waste paper basket, and you pop them all in there, and he frantically pulls out a bag of coins. He's like, "Yeah, that's 5 for you, 6 for you, 15, bloody hell. There you go." And he grabs the basket and starts running. "Thank you!"
Is he in a hurry just because of the Fisher earthquake?
Yes, the earthquake is, he's trying to get out of there. People are frantically running around all over the place. The buildings are sort of, some of them are falling apart a little bit. There are great big cracks in the ground. And they all seem to be coming from a particular spot just outside of the village. But before you could pay any attention to that, chaos continues to unfold around you. And even as the tremors do now begin to subside, screams emanate from within the melted muse, and you watch as the massive cauldron that holds an untold tonnage of melted cheese topples off the wood fire stove that keeps it bubbling. It bursts out of the doors and starts cascading towards you. The hot, gooey cheese rushes in a wave of fontina, gushing forward at breakneck speed, falling buildings and debris blocks that block your path on either side as the gloppy, scalding cheese surges closer. It looks like your only options are going to be to jump off the large fissure that is formed behind you. However, a rope appears, dangling just about 5 feet above you. A mousy-looking halfling woman shouts down at you from a low-flying zeppelin. "The Imperius can't fly far, but she's safer than a hot cheese bath! Hurry, climb aboard!" Will our heroes attempt to get on board the zeppelin, or will they find another alternative route? Click on this video link right here to see Part 2, only on President Ashenheart's channel. Parts 3 and 4 to come. Thanks for watching, mateys. Yar!